everyone, and welcome to the Runners Interview episode 9 by the running community. I'm pleased to say I've actually got someone coming on who is actually from the same workplace as me, but is also very popular in the running community group. And his name is Dave Body. Now, before I bring him in, we actually did do a podcast last night, and it just went all wrong because I unticked some box that had echo. So he's been kind enough to come and do it again now. So yeah, thank you very much, Dave, and welcome to the Runners Interview episode 9.
Thank you for bringing me back on.
Yeah, what a nightmare. Me and Dave did the whole podcast, and it was like, by the way, it's recorded it wrong, but
what was it, nearly an hour?
Yeah, I think it was an hour. This one might not be, we'll see. But that's not a challenge, by the way. It doesn't have to be an hour. But if it is, it is. But no, thank you. Very kind of you to come back on, Dave.
Not a problem.
How are you, mate? You're all good, though, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. Just bored.
You're bored because there's nothing to do, but it is bank holiday, so that's one thing.
Yeah. I think I'd rather be at work.
No, don't say that. Yeah, don't say that. You're in the same workplace as me, so you're going against me. I don't want to be at work. Don't say that. Anyhow, let's begin. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, Dave.
Well, my name's Dave. I work for Rolls-Royce, and I'm 37 years old. I'm originally from Hull, and I moved to Bognor Regis. I actually moved down south about 1999 when we was in West Wittering at the time. And then I've actually travelled back to Hull and then came back again, but with Bognor.
And you ended up in Bognor?
Yeah, I don't know why.
What made you move down from Hull, out of interest?
You're getting it right, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, to make a fresh start with the family. Parents split up, got divorced, got back together after 6 months, and then we decided to move down south to be with my uncle that used to live here. I think he's still there. And they got remarried, so we thought we'd make a fresh start.
I must admit, I remember you told me this yesterday. Let me get this right. Your parents got married, then got divorced and broke up, then got back together and then remarried, yeah?
Yeah, I think they've been together for nearly 30 years.
Oh, they're together now again?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's impressive. To go through divorce and get remarried is like, wow, 30 years. That's amazing. Do you see her much?
Well, only on webcam at the moment with what's been going on, not being able to go up there. So I ain't seen him for nearly 2 years.
Oh, is it really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But like you said, you've moved down here, moved down to Bognor Regis, you've made yourself a new start. So that's always a good thing as well, isn't it?
Well, they decided to move back up to Hull to be with the family and get rid of me.
He just dumped you down here and buggered off.
Yeah.
Mate, as long as you're enjoying it, that's what matters.
I am.
Good. And you made some good friends down here as well. I've seen you out in your running photos that you put out on the running community. You know, you're always out with quite a few people and seem to have a good bit of support as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. With a lot of friends in the running street, always wanting to come and join me and telling me how much of a motivational person I've been with them and trying to help me out.
Yeah, you know, you've ran for over a year. You've done a running streak now, so you've run every day for over a year now. And how many days are you on?
377.
So you ran 377 days in a row, which is, as I keep saying, it's insane. We'll try and get onto that a bit more. What actually made you start running?
Well, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. My dad got diagnosed with cancer, and I thought, well, a friend was doing it for charity at first, and he asked me if I wanted to go running with it. And I went, yeah, that's not a problem. He said, but you could always do the Bognor 10K event. That's normally in Bognor every year. And I said, well, yeah, I could have done. I could do it for charity. So I started raising money for charity with Macmillan. And after the Bognor 10K, I raised about £500. And I thought, this is going to be good one. carry it on. I didn't realise how far I'd get. So I think I've done 14, 15 running events in the past 4 or 5 years.
That's awesome. And Bogner 10K is great. Yeah, for those that don't know, like I'm in the same workplace as Dave and live quite close to him, and I've done Bogner 10K as well myself, and it's a fantastic event. Did you do any training before the 10K though?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did.
To tell you the truth, the running streak 365 was my anniversary of starting running.
Was it
4
really?
years ago. Yeah, it came up on my Facebook memories.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I love Bogner 10K. Well done, by the way, for raising 400 quid for a 10K event. That's really great. And I always say, I think we did you before. You go to the residential street bit of that Bogner 10K, and there's a man there every year standing out there with a hose pipe. So when it's really hot, you just run through it. It's so nice. Everyone loves him.
I went through it 3 times in 3 years, and I got absolutely sucked, which was nice because it was boiling hot.
Yeah,
sunny.
It's in May normally, isn't it? And I've only done it once, but it's a great course. It's a fun course, nice bit of atmosphere. It's flat,
Very flat.
Very flat, and that's where my PB is. That's where I got my 10K PB about 5 years ago. Was Bogner 10K. Even at the breeze site, I think the last 2 miles, the last mile, the breeze was slightly against us actually, and I still got a PB. But yeah, it was a great race. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, you said kind of how long you've been running, so we'll skip that. I'll bring it up anyway. But yeah, since 2017, right?
Yeah.
And already done a running streak.
Yeah.
Where's your favourite place to run?
Well, with the running streak that I've been on, it's been always around Dompton Regis, so the coastal area.
Have you been off on a trail anywhere or done anything different from like?
Not really. I mean, we did go camping last year when we was lifted out of lockdown. We went to Park Deans, and there was a trail run there through the woods, and I thought I'd go through there. Didn't know where I was going. Did get a little bit lost, and it felt really good actually, running through the woods.
Yeah.
I can't think of anywhere else other than doing Goodwood last week, running up and down the hills.
So when you went camping and did the trail, is that the first kind of bit of trail run you've ever done?
Yeah.
It's completely different, isn't it? It's a different feeling altogether because you're kind of with nature almost without any noise. So even when you say you got lost, it's quite therapeutic almost, isn't it? Going out in the woods on a trail run. Yeah. Did you go in trail shoes, or can you buy some new shoes now? Is that what it's about as well?
Did them in normal trainers. I do need to buy some trail shoes.
See, this is an excuse because you've done it now, so you've got the excuse to buy some shoes.
Yeah, better ones.
Better shoes. Buy a new pair of road shoes, buy a new pair of trail shoes, and you're sorted, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned you also you've run up the Trundle, which is this huge hill in Chichester, which is quite a task actually, to be fair.
It is.
Did you get dragged along by some running friends? Did you?
I did. They wanted to train me up to do a little bit more hill work and more speed training. So he suggested, well, let's go to Goodwood, and yeah, I went, okay, fine. And I was absolutely knackered after going up like 635 hill climb feet.
How many times did they go down and come back up again?
It was only once. We had to go back down, but we went down and then we went back up. And I thought, nah, this isn't for me. But I think it might be a good idea.
Oh man, if anyone speaks to me about what I think is the most beneficial speed session, I go hill reps. I always say hill reps. I think it's more beneficial than going to a track and doing 400-meter intervals or what have you. I think hill reps are the best.
It's a bit like Hull. When I did the marathon in 2018, the Humber Bridge is like my Mount Everest. I
Oh,
can't do it.
I
I do
mean,
do when I do go there, I do try and do some test runs over it, and I seem to be getting better. But when I next do it, the marathon in Hull, I'll be able to do it properly.
no, fair play to you. I mean, it does make you a stronger runner doing. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying that to you because you've run over a year in a row, but it definitely makes you a stronger runner, and yeah, it does improve your speed. Um,
It definitely has.
I mean, you're lucky. You're in Bognor. It's all flat around there. I'm in Paulborough, and it's just you ain't got a choice. You're running up a hill at the end, no matter what, because I'm on top of a hill, and it's just all hilly around here. But saying that, it made me better. Certainly when I was doing certain races and so on. When I was going uphill, generally I'm overtaking a lot of people. I know it's not all about that, but I'm overtaking a lot of people when I'm going uphill because I just got so used to it. So you could see the benefits was there. So I think your friends are doing the right thing. It depends
Yeah.
what you want. Depends what you want out of it, though.
No,
That's
I've
the
been
thing.
told I'm sure I'll like it at some point.
No, mate, you'll benefit. Trust me. um, what's keeping you motivated to run?
um, the get up in the morning, looking on the groups, and everybody's running.
Yes,
Everybody
absolutely.
posts their group. I'm at work. Feel like I feel like when I'm at work, I don't want to go out for a run. But when I look on Facebook and see Sarah Prince or Michelle Kennedy or anyone like that, you, let's go out for a run.
It's amazing. I was saying yesterday, you wake up and Sarah Prince or Michelle or whoever, whatever, they've already posted, so it's already
Yeah.
motivation there to go out and run, isn't it?
It is definitely
Because
when Michelle gives you the motivation to do it with her podcasts.
what is she's got a thing she says, doesn't she, on the group? Do you remember what it
Mm.
is?
Get out of bed, get off their sofas, put your trainers on, tie them up, get out, go for a run, walk, whatever you need to do.
It's awesome advice.
I
I
just
think
love
she
it.
Yeah, I think she's up for coming on here, actually. I have to ask her, but I think she was mentioned the other day. Someone did nominate her to come on the podcast. I'd love to get Michelle on here. I think it'd be good
Nah, it
fun.
definitely would be good to
Yeah.
see her on here.
Now, there is something else that keeps you motivated. Someone kicks you out of bed every morning, don't they?
Yeah, my fiance Kerry.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. Kicks me out of bed every morning.
Even though I keep on saying that I'm gonna stop running. No, you're not. Makes you happy. Get out.
Well, yeah, that is important. It does make you happy, and I'm sure you won't mind me bringing up the mental health aspects of it because it's something you did suffer with, isn't it, for a while? And I think, am I right in saying running's really helped your mental health as well?
Yeah, it definitely helps. I mean, go for a long run, and put your earphones on, listen to music, and you're just lost in space. When you come back, your head's really clear completely, and you feel more happier, and you've got that kind of you feel more buzzing, um, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I can't
absolutely.
even think of the word.
Yeah, you get a buzz every time you finish a run. I think the beginning of a run's always for me. At the beginning of a run's a bit like, oh god, the first mile's a bit poo, but once you finish, you get a hell of a buzz. But from a mental point of view, it's just a good space for your head. You can clear your head almost, can't you? If you've
Yeah,
had a negative day, I think you can go out and do a run and kind of put them negativities past you. It certainly helps me. And yeah, I know you said a few times how it helps you. Definitely. Um, is there someone who inspires you to run as well? I know you said about your dad having cancer and that's how you started, but is there someone else
no, I
or
can't remember
or
what I said.
something,
Um,
or perhaps something else instead of someone else that gives you that inspiration to get out there and go?
I'm so lost now, Mark.
Well,
Um, no, it just inspires me to run. Um, no, I can't get back to that one.
that's all right. Your run streak gets you inspired to run now. Getting kicked out of bed,
Yes,
the Kerry inspires you to run. And
Yeah,
initially your
yeah,
dad's cancer inspired you to run. So that's right. It's kind of we've kind of already covered it in a way, but it's just I always ask again if something else has triggered them. Like if someone asks me that question, I suppose that when I started running a while ago, I could be 9 years ago now, getting old. My initial thought was to lose a bit of weight before my wedding. Actually, it's over 10 years ago. Don't let my wife hear that. I got that wrong. But also, a thing that kept me inspired to run was the London Olympics in 2012. Seeing all the runners on the track there, and even people like Mo Farah, it really inspired so many people in this country actually to get out and run. Even though it's
yeah.
track running, it still inspired millions of people. And that's something I always remember about Olympics. And to be honest, I noticed how many more people after the Olympics got out and got running. And it's the same with lockdown. It's weird because you could also, in a way, say lockdown's a thing that inspired people to get out and run because, wow, when lockdown first started because of coronavirus, more and more people went out and ran.
Yeah, I did. I mean, with the streak that I was on, there was a lot of new running people outside, asking you questions. It's like now we're kind of nearly to the end of it, and you've got people still either walking early in the mornings that you've never seen before. It's like I go out sometimes at 6 o'clock in the morning. There's a few guys running or a few women. I think, yeah, now the question comes up about inspires me to run is, I think myself. At
No,
the
fair
moment,
enough.
we've been on this street and been in the paper.
Yeah. No, you're. It's totally acceptable to say yourself. You're inspiring yourself now, and like you said, you've done this streak, and it's actually inspired so many other people in the running community group, and I'm sure your running friends as well back in Bognor. And yeah, like you said, you have been in the newspaper as well. They picked you up in the newspaper, didn't they? So yeah, what was you
Yeah,
in? Bognor Observer, and
I was.
yeah, you was in a few others as well. And I
I
think
thought I've only seen one. That's the Bognor Observer.
yeah, I searched because I brought it up last night in the podcast, but the one we tried to do last night. But yeah, I searched and you've definitely come up a few times. But I think Bognor Observer, then Chichester gets hold of it, and I think it goes to the flow of who gets hold of
Right.
it. I think they're all part of one media company. But no,
Yeah.
congratulations to you, mate, for getting in the paper because that's bloody awesome.
It was like my cousin's husband because he's always inspired me. That's another quick answer to it.
Okay.
And he keeps on saying to me because he does a lot of marathons. He did a running streak of 220 days, but he had to give up because he was doing a marathon nearly every single day, and he injured himself. And with what I've been putting on Facebook, he keeps on saying that in the comments that I've inspired him, and I'm thinking, well, you've inspired me to do running. So now it feels really weird that I'm inspiring these like runners that do a lot of stuff and do a lot of race events.
Yeah, runners who have inspired you, and now you're giving that
Yeah,
inspiration back. I love using the word inspire. We use it so much, but it's true. No. I'm the similar. I've had people inspire me, and now in the past I've inspired them. It's the way it works sometimes, and even in the group itself and the running community group, so many people inspire each other, and it's shared no matter what. No matter if you're a beginner runner or a seasonal runner doing it a while, or setting PBs or running for fun. There's different ways people can inspire you to keep going and keep running. So no, you're totally right on that. Have you've done 14 or 15 events? What was your favourite race that you've done?
it would be the Worthing half marathon because it was all over, all on the seafront nearly, and another one would be Bognor Regis 10K, the favourite.
Yeah,
Definitely the one to go to.
Bogner's awesome. Worthing's lovely. Worthing's lovely and flat as well, which is fantastic. But I haven't done an event in Worthing, but there's a place called Downslink, which is an old railway line, and it goes all the way from Guildford all the way to Shoreham. I think it's about 30 miles long, and I go to Southwater near Horsham, and I do a long training run. And I went all the way down from Southwater to Shoreham, and then I went on, turned right, and went onwards to Worthing. And I actually finished on Worthing Pier, and that was so nice to running on the
That
coast.
does sound good to me.
It was also. I'll have to show you this Downs link because it's bloody brilliant. Because it's just people. There's no cars or anything on the Downs link bit, so it's very peaceful. It's almost like a trail run, but on it's kind of compacted grounds. So
Yeah.
it's really fun. But running from Shoreham then to Worthing was really great fun. I ended up in Worthing on Worthing Pier, and I've got a mother and her daughter to take a picture of me whilst holding my shoes up because I was doing it for charity. So it was a bit random, but it was a lovely run. And yeah, if I'm marathon training, I usually use the Downs link. So yeah, it was good. Now, talking about this, I mentioned the word marathon, and I've just brought up a question: what is your favourite running distance? So let's have that first. What is your favourite running distance?
Half marathon.
Yeah.
Definitely love a half marathon because it's like free. You do a 10K and you just feel like you want to carry on even more. Than because in those 3 miles you struggle, but then you're doing another 3 miles, and you're fine, and then you just want to carry on and do more. In doing a marathon, you can actually hit the wall at 8 to 18 miles, usually for me.
And for a lot of people, I think 18, 20 miles, yeah, to be fair.
Yeah,
But
definitely half marathon.
yeah, I'm going to say half. I must admit, I think my favourite would be a half marathon if I had to choose because you're not doing a lung busting 5K, and 10K is more about trying to hang on to your 5K pace almost. Unless you're doing it for fun, we're talking, I suppose, a race aspect here, but half's just lovely. It's just in the middle. It's nice, a decent distance, and like you say, not too far either. Not too far. Was the Worthing one a half marathon when you ran in Worthing?
That was half marathon.
Yeah, and I really have you done Brighton half before?
Nah.
Do that. Try and get and do that. I mean, it's normally in February. I think it's been moved, but it's fantastic. I think you'd really love Brighton half marathon. The atmosphere is immense there. It's a really good easy route as well. But if you've done Worthing, I reckon you'd like Brighton. Now, this doesn't really come under what is your favourite running distance. So I'm going to take that off. But you hit a year of doing a running streak, 365 days, and you come up to me before the Sunday you was doing it, and you said, "I've got a secret. I'm going to do this," and you went out and did it on your running streak to hit a year. So, do you want to tell everyone, rather than me tell them, what you actually did on your 365th day of running?
Yeah, I managed to do a marathon. I don't know how, but I did it. This was all planned the week before by 2 of my friends, and I didn't know anything about it until the Wednesday or Thursday, and I just couldn't believe it.
I can believe it.
It was all flat.
It doesn't matter. It's marathon. So
60 foot.
To explain again, Dave bumped into me at work on the Friday before this and said, "I've got a secret. Don't tell anyone, but I'm going to do marathon distance for my 365th day." I thought he's off his rocker, but then and I didn't tell anyone. So there you go. And you did do it. That is amazing, mate. Honestly, to run that many days in a row and then finish it off marathon distance is just madness.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I managed to do it. I don't know how. I was struggling at 24 miles into it. My head was just saying, no, stop. Or no, carry on. My legs was just didn't want to work at all. The first guy had to drop out at 22 because his hip went, and the other guy just carried on with me and just trying to drum it into my head that you can do it. You've done 365 days. Let's make it a good one to celebrate. Yep, why not?
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
going around the corner, and there was like a crowd there for me. The people that actually kind of ran with in the past year, cheering me on with all these banners. saying congratulations on your 365, looking good, Dave, the running man, all these names that I know that nobody get called. It's like Angie Campbell in the running group. She keeps on calling me running man. I thought, come on.
You are a running man. That's amazing, man. Like to do that on your last day of the year to street, and you had the people around you celebrating at the end. That is just like awesome.
I didn't even taper doing before the marathon because I was doing like half marathons for the last 9 weeks, doing 50-mile run, 50-mile run weeks for like 4 weeks.
Christ, yeah, you hit 2,000 miles as well, didn't you, in the year?
I did.
Oh man, no, well done, mate. The achievement's insane in itself, but to do it on a marathon, huge congratulations to you because it's just insane. And did you get some gifts from people at all? I know Sarah Prince got a cake, didn't she? So
yeah, I did see that. That was a really nice cake, and and nice trainers as well.
Some Hoka, big Hoka fan.
Yeah, definitely is. I got a medal off one of the guys at work. He got it made for me, saying, Dave Body, congratulations on 365 days of running. I thought it was quite nice of him.
That's amazing of him. That's such a nice thought.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, mate, that's such a nice thought for someone from work to do it as well. That's just like, yeah, that's awesome, man.
I got kind of emotional because it was over an overwhelming week, emotional week.
Yeah, I bet it was quite emotional finishing the marathon distance with all them people at the end.
Oh, definitely. I think I was a bit teary-eyed, but I didn't want to show it.
I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. But no, but it's tears of happiness almost, isn't it? You know, it was a lot running through your mind, but it's also tears of happiness. No, well done, mate. Honestly, that is absolutely amazing. So you've done the streak, you finished your marathon distance, and you actually got a PB. There's your marathon PB, wasn't it?
I did. I got a half an hour PB. Because in 2018, when I did the marathon in Hull, I did it 5 hours 14, and when I did the Bogdan marathon a couple of weeks ago, it was 4 hours 45.
Christ, that is so much time to take off.
It definitely is. I think it's because of the amount of running, the stronger your legs are.
I think you got stronger.
And the weight loss.
I was going to say, so yeah, for again people listening, where I see Dave now and again at work, we are in different departments, but I see Dave now and again at work, and Dave's actually lost 2 stone, and honestly, I see the difference in you so much from 1 year ago even, and yeah, I can tell you've lost 2 stone. It's easily to tell now. Yeah, is it? Well, you said you lost 3 stone, but you put a stone on a muscle?
Yes, it's got to be like that because because the scales are not telling me the proper weight. But with all the amount of clothes that keep on falling off me and your t-shirts looking like dresses, it's just. I'm thinking, this is actually grown in the wash.
You can't blame my running.
It's a medium. Come on, medium.
You can't blame my running tops. It's your weight loss, not my running tops. Well, that's good. I'm a medium, so there you go. And I can't lend you mine now because you've obviously need a small.
yeah, that's what Wendy said.
You need a whole new wardrobe, you will. No, that's amazing though, man. To lose that much as well, that's another thing that's come out of your streak that's just immense, really, isn't it?
It is. It's just unbelievable, completely.
So what is the future? What's your next?
Doing more running events. Definitely, I want to get into doing the London Marathon, but the ballots keep on coming back as not successful. I definitely would like to do more running events and more marathons as well, just to make more of achievement, I think.
No, it sounds like you're set more on doing marathon distance. Sounds like you want to do that a bit more. London's amazing. I've never done it, and like you said, it's it's hard to get in the ballot. I think it's some crazy statistic like 5.8% of a chance of getting through the ballot, unless you're raising a crazy amount of charity money, which is just
Or be a celebrity.
Or unfortunately, yeah, if you're a celebrity, you get in because you make money easily when you're a celebrity for a charity, don't you? But it's such a hard task to get in. I've been told by many, it's not a PB place to go. It's more of a place to go and enjoy and run the marathon for fun because it's so busy. But yeah, the atmosphere meant to be incredible at London Marathon. So, have you got any marathons you're looking to do later this year? I know there's a few, or maybe next year. Is there any particular, if you don't get into London, that you would like to do?
Well, I'm supposed to be doing a virtual running marathon with one of my friends that's actually gone into the virtual London Marathon Challenge.
Awesome.
I did try and get into it, but I was a bit too late to enter. So I'm hoping to do that with him in October to help him out as he helped me out.
So that's the virtual London Marathon this October, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. I did the virtual London last year. That's the one I did. And it was a different experience but to a normal marathon with all the atmosphere, but it was amazing. Again, funny enough, I used a downlink to do that marathon, and I ended up in Brighton, through Brighton, actually. And that was just amazing because you got a bib number and you put the bib number on, and I didn't realise how many people were aware of the virtual London Marathon. And as I was doing the running, you had kids and families stopping and clapping and cheering you on, people on their bikes cheering you on, and it was just amazing. I don't think I'd ever have anything like it again, marathon-wise. And then when you come out of the downslink onto the main roads of Brighton, you had people bibbing and waving. They just knew about it and knew what you was doing. And I bumped into a few other people who were doing the same virtual run, and there was a man and two ladies. He was actually doing it with them, and he was recording me on his phone. And then I actually stayed with them for about 5 minutes and chatted to them during our run. We're all running the virtual marathon, but together for 5 minutes. Then
that was last year.
That was last year. Yeah, that was last year.
I remember when I got up one morning to do a run, and it was absolutely freezing and raining completely. So you was mad. Well, I was mad getting up early in the morning to do a run, but you was even madder doing it in the rain.
The weather was horrendous. It was literally wind and rain the whole way through. And it was one of them days where you didn't know whether to just wear a tee, a vest, or a base layer underneath, because you think, oh, wear a base layer. It was about 8 Celsius, I think, and it was windy and rainy, but you get too hot easily at the same time. I think I went with a tee, just a tee in the end, which was the right choice for me in the end. If I wore the base layer, it would have been too hot. But yeah, it was a different experience, crap weather, but I can't believe the amount of people that clapped and cheered on. It weren't even at a race. It's something I'll do again, I think, to be honest, but I don't know if I'll get that same experience because so many people are aware of it. But no, if you get a chance, if you don't get into London, let's say next year, try and do Brighton Marathon, because that's the one. That's the one that I did, and I think for yourself you would love it there because the atmosphere at Brighton Marathon is incredible as well. It's such a big event, and there's certain parts of the course where it narrows right down, but the crowd are either side, and they're so loud, cheering names on and so on. You get a bit emotional. I got a bit emotional going through that. I was nearly in tears going through that, but it was amazing at the same time, and something I won't forget. Brighton Marathon was one of the reasons why I actually started the running community group. I've probably said it a number of times on podcasts, but whatever. It's one of the reasons why, because I already loved my running, and I had a running friends and great inspiration from many, but that just triggered me even more after that marathon experience of Brighton to get a group going and get a supportive group going, and that's how it kind of did get started. So, but no, definitely try and do that.
Yeah, and that would be on my bucket list as well. I'm always thinking about doing the Brighton Marathon.
No, let us know. I really do think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, obviously you're a huge part of our running community group, and like I say, you inspire so many people. You post every single day, which is really good, and people love it. What do you like most about being part of the running community group for yourself?
They give you really good support. They're a really friendly bunch. people. I'm trying to get my words out. And I
That's all
can't.
right. Friendly bunch of runners, friendly bunch of people.
They're
And
inspirational. They leave you so many comments, really nice comments, and they're always there for you to talk to. Advice, tips, they've been really good. It's like family.
yes,
Family that you've not even seen, but you think you've known them for years. Have a laugh,
exactly.
and the banter is just really good, especially
Yeah.
Wendy Britton with a turtle and the funny faces.
Everyone, that's what Gary mentioned at the last podcast as well. I said, if you ever want to see Wendy normal, go and watch episode 2, because for some reason, when I did the podcast with her in episode 2 last year, she was on her best behaviour and actually acted normal. So if you ever want to see a normal Wendy, you can go and watch that. It's quite different. But no, yeah, it's an inspirational place. And you've made quite a lot of friends on there, haven't you?
I definitely have. Definitely would like to meet a lot of them as well.
Yeah, it should have happened last year. We was going to do a meetup, and don't get me wrong, not everyone can come and meet up, but I was going to arrange a meetup last year, and because of COVID, it didn't happen. So I'm hoping maybe later this year that we can arrange some sort of meetup. There is the National Running Show happening in July in Farnborough in Surrey.
Yeah, I was looking at that last night.
Oh, have you seen it? You was having a look.
Yeah, I was looking on it on the net.
Awesome. I mean, that's something I might try and arrange a meet for. We'll wait and see. Hang on, what's my sorry, one of my kids coming to the room then. That's fine. Yes, you can have a packet of crisps. That's probably what I want.
Can I have one as well?
Yeah, some as well. Why not? but no.
There's another running group that I'm with. Two favorite running groups, which is the running community and another group, and they're actually ambassadors of their group, and they're going to be at the running club at the running show. So yeah, it would be nice to see you and them as well.
I'll try and arrange it, because I do want to attend. It might be a bit early for some people because of COVID. They might be a bit worried still about coming out on that, but I'll try and do something. Is it another running group? Is it a local running group in Bognor you're with, or?
Oh no.
No, we'll try.
They're just another Facebook group.
Oh, who is it? Come on, we got to hear.
Apparently we run.
Apparently we run. I'm trying to think. I've heard of. Apparently, I haven't heard of them, but fair play. So they want to do a meetup at the National Running Show as well, do they?
There will be there anyway because they're ambassadors as well.
yes. Oh yeah, okay. That's. I'm an ambassador for National Running Show as well. I don't get it out there enough. They probably tell me off, but I am. I need to kind of get it out there in a group a bit more. I will do. I'm really looking forward to it because I actually haven't been to one before. Their main one's normally in Birmingham, which is massive, and now they're coming down south doing it in Farnborough. So yeah, I think you would enjoy it. I think we'll definitely bump into each other there. Yeah, I'll try and do a meet there. I know it's a bit far for some people, but I think it's got to be done. And we'll do something else later in the year, hopefully as well. Yeah, definitely got to be done. What are your PBs? Do you know them?
Yes. I've got them written down.
Yes. Come on. Everyone writes them down.
My 5K is 25:31.
Awesome.
10K is 51:32. Half marathon is 2 hour 2. And marathon is 4:45.
So you're going to smash some PBs again, aren't you, really? You're going to smash sub 25, smash sub 50, 10K as well.
Yeah, I've been trying to get them down under an hour for the past couple of years, but it's just with this running streak, I've been able to do it. It was really weird when I did the 20-mile run about 4 weeks ago, and then the day after I did a PB on my 5K. Then on the Tuesday I did a PB 5K and a PB 10K.
All in the same week.
Going.
All in 1 week.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man. What week that is.
I was after doing a 20-mile run.
That's mental.
Most people take a break or relax.
I'll probably take 3 days of a break to relax. Oh no, congratulations. That's amazing to To set that in a week, man. What a week. You must have
I
been on
definitely,
something.
I must have been. I must have been. Other than coffee.
Something was in that coffee. No, but it goes to show the effort you put in from the running streak as well, to be honest with you. Oh, that's
No, I
amazing,
do
man.
want to get a sub 50, something like that.
10K, yeah. Yeah, that you'll definitely get that. I reckon you could go get that soon, like sooner than you think, actually. Only because the
Now we're
training you've done in
talking
your streak.
about it, I probably will.
I bet you go out tomorrow and go do 10K and come back and say, I've got a PB. There you go. I'll put it in there now. You've got to go and do it. Music when you run. You listen to music when you run.
Yes, I do.
Awesome. And what do you listen to?
The running community playlist. Yeah,
Oh, yes. So, yeah, it's getting on a bit now, isn't it? That's nearly 1 year old, that is.
yeah, you definitely need to change it.
I need to make more. Yeah, that
Yeah,
playlist is
and
great.
more.
Yeah, and maybe more like a rock one and a pop one or a dance one and something like that. No, that was awesome. To be honest, the running community playlist was brilliant. And the way I put that together, you might remember last year, I actually put a question out in the group saying, I want to make a playlist on Spotify for everyone. Tell me your favourite songs. And when people commented their favourite songs, whatever got liked the most, I put onto the playlist. And there was hundreds of songs that got commented. But I went with the ones with the most likes. But it's a good variety playlist, to be honest, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
It's got a lot of variety. Have you got a go-to track that you like? Not running track, I mean a music track.
I do like listening to the Eye of the Tiger,
Or Rocky
especially
Balboa.
when you're running a lot.
Yeah, that's a pumping, getting you going song.
It is,
By the Tiger, isn't it?
definitely.
It can get you buzzing. I like. Do you know the Gonna Fly Now from Rocky Balboa as well? I like Eye of the Tiger and Gonna Fly Now. Gonna Fly Now for me. A lot of people disagree with me with this, but everyone's different. That gets me going more than Eye of the Tiger. Gonna Fly Now because it's I think it's part of one of the training montages he does as well. And yeah, Gonna Fly Now just gets me absolutely buzzing, to be honest. So the same as so does Eye of the Tiger, but Gonna Fly Now is like, yes, come on. That's a good track. It's a good track. Good choice. What shoes are you running in?
Saucony Jazz 22.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but yeah, Saucony.
Yeah. Now, also, is that your go-to? Do you own any more pairs, or is that just your pair you've got?
This is the second pair I've had in the running in the past year. I used to wear Asics and Calimar.
Oh, really? You started with Caramel ones? Wow.
Yeah, that's how you say it. But Saucony, I really like and so comfortable that you just feel like that you're drifting on a cloud, walking on a cloud.
That's the thing. You
They've
want,
been
isn't
the
it?
best comfortable shoes I've ever owned, and I've had two pairs actually of them.
Oh, so well, of course, if it's working for you in that respect, and the shoe's still there, then why not go back and get a second pair when the other pair are worn down? If they're that good, that's good. No, I don't blame you for getting the same pair again. No, nice. And what about your running watch? What are you using?
It's a Garmin 235.
Yeah, same as me. I still ain't upgraded to it.
Same strap, same watch.
Have you got the same strap as me, have you? The red one?
No, it's black.
You got a black one. I've got a hairband holding mine together, so there you go. How do you get on with it? You find it a good watch though, yeah?
Yeah, it's a good watch. It's just the heart rate sometimes. It goes completely wrong.
They're rubbish, yeah. They're the optical heart rate sensors. I know some people are going to say they work for them. Lucky you, fair enough. But optical heart sensors for me are absolutely useless if you want accuracy. You'll go out running one day and your heart rate will be sky high when you've been on an easy run. And I've never got it working properly on here on the Garmin. I've recently recalibrated it a lot. I tried a friend's different running watch, different model. And just optical heart rate sensors is just pants, in my opinion.
After coming back sometime when you're doing a 10K, the resting says that you need to do 3 hours of resting. I'm thinking, nah, not really. And then it's
Well,
like you've done 200, lost 200 calories. Nah, definitely not. When you've been running so fast.
can you imagine you listening to the Garmin watch because you've done a run streak of over a year now and you're still going? I'll have a rest day or whatever. I don't believe any of that on the Garmin. I just don't. I know for some people it's awesome, but for me it's just a no-no. And for heart rate, if you're doing heart rate training, like let's say 80-20, so 80% slow, 20% fast running during the week, you're best using a chest strap. Chest straps are really accurate. It's what gives you the best readings. Chest strap for me all the way. No, not the optical. But apart from that, yeah, it's a great watch. It's a damn good watch. It's the heart rate, the optical heart rates just don't do it, do they?
No.
But I'm not looking to upgrade. I'm happy with this for now. One day again I will, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, something I always ask as well, just thrown in there as a fun one. What's your favourite meal?
Before the restaurants used to be open, and now they're not, I miss my gammon chips and egg and peas.
Absolutely.
But it's chicken and veg. I just love it.
Gammon chips and eggs, yeah, proper classic, that isn't it? I love that. Yeah. Oh, don't blame me for that. Did you have a pineapple ring on your gammon?
Yeah, I don't like the pineapple on the gammon. That's the
No.
point in doing that. It's for fruit.
No, it's lovely with it. It's really sweet. It's mixing salt and sweet. I love the pineapple.
Might have to try it next time.
If you don't like it, don't like it. No, it's a classic though. It's a great meal. That I love that any day. Classic pub meal.
Definitely.
No, thanks for that. So we're on to our final thing, or final question. What is the one thing you'd say to encourage other runners?
Just go out for a run, enjoy it. Don't be too competitive. Take it steady. Don't injure yourself. You should rest up at some point.
Sorry, I just find it funny that you said, "Oh yeah, rest up at some point." But I've been running for 300, God knows whatever days every day. Can you rest up? It's the right advice, but coming from you for some reason, it just seems quite funny. Oh dear.
Yeah, just go out there, enjoy it. Fresh air will do you good.
Yeah.
And yeah, enjoy.
No, you're spot on with all them points. To be honest with you, and the one thing I always add is don't compare your times against other people because it just goes,
Nah, definitely
just
not. I mean, it's. I know a couple of people that are actually so fast, and they do actually take the mick out of you because you're slower than them, and they say that you've been running for I don't know how many years or days or anything like that. I've only been doing it for a couple of weeks, and then they say, I did it in this time. Well, I don't care. I'm doing what I need to do. And then they come back a couple of weeks later. Oh, shin splints and my legs are aching me. I said, well, you shouldn't be doing it too quick then, should you?
No, exactly.
Be competitive.
No, exactly. There's certainly the right balance to find, isn't there?
Yeah.
And obviously people run for different reasons, whether that be trying to beat PBs all the time or running for fun. You just got to be cautious sometimes and find the right balance. And you're spot on. Yeah, you're not getting injured, and that's the last thing you want is to be sitting on the sidelines watching other runners go past you. I've had it a few times, you know. Yeah, you see other runners, and you get a bit of a not angry, but you're like, I want to be out there. You know, I want to be out there. And you can't because you're on the sideline. But no,
it was a bit like me in December. I had a really bad. I think it was in my calf. I had a bit of a niggle in my calf, and I just kept on running because of when there was a load of pebbles on the seafront. Me and my two mates was running on the seafront, and there was a load of stones on there. So I was doing a mile of the stones, and I must have actually stretched a muscle in my calf, and it was absolutely hurting me completely. So yeah, I wasn't injury free in that streak.
No,
I was still doing it at a slow, steady pace until it got better because I didn't want to make it any worse by going quicker.
That's really interesting. I mean, yeah, that's quite dodgy, isn't it? Running on the beach, running on pebbles. That's quite
Yeah,
risky in its own right. But it's interesting you say you slowed it down so you could keep your streak going as well, because a lot of physios actually do recommend active recovery. So if you have got a slight niggle, if you are able to run slowly on it, keep going, but
yeah.
just bring it all right down. So no, that's interesting to hear, and I can't believe you did a mile on pebbles. That's madness.
I told him off at the end.
I bet you did. I bet you did. Well, this is coming to an end now, Dave. So I just want to say congratulations to your 1 year of running, because that is absolutely immense, and we love having you in the group as well. So thank you very much for being
I
part of
love
the
being
running.
there as well.
Yeah. No, it's awesome to have you. So thanks for being part of it, Dave. And yeah, just thank you for coming onto the podcast again, because this was
No, thank you for inviting me. I know a lot of people have actually wanted to see me again.
absolutely, yeah. So you're just famous now because you've been in the newspaper, and now you're going on a podcast.
Yeah,
No, thank you much for coming on, Dave. I really appreciate it.
no problem. Thank you.
No, thank you. I'll speak to you again soon, mate. Take care. Bye.
Sure, you too. Bye.
So thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in and listening. Don't forget to visit the runningcommunity.club. This is always available on YouTube if you want to watch it. Also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. Many people have listened to us when they're running as well, which is fantastic. But always say try and watch it on YouTube. I always think it's better to put a face to it. But hey, whatever suits you. Thank you very much, guys. I'll try and keep this going every week now, because I'm really enjoying doing the podcast. I think it opens up our community a bit more. I really enjoy speaking to everyone about their runs and so on, because someone's always got a different running story. So, and that's what people want to hear. It's all part of our community. So yeah, take care, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. We'll speak again soon. Cheers.